Now on to my topic, I guess.
Now you can go.
Now you can go.
All right, let me remove my wakizashi from my gut. So, this weekend I was kind of caught off guard a little bit because I thought this was coming in like another week or two, is when it usually is. This weekend is the 12-hour challenge, which is basically a speedrunning event that happens twice a year. It's not like a centralized event like your GDQs. And for those who don't know, speedrunning is like beating a game as fast as you possibly can. It's basically the loose and fast, no pun intended, definition for speedrunning.
Wow.
A guy named Golden, who does a lot of commentary at the GDQs and stuff, or at least he used to. I know he wasn't at the most recent one doing commentary, but I think he came up with the idea for the event 3 years ago, something like that. So basically, he compiles a list of all these people who kind of register for his event, and the whole idea of the 12-hour challenge is that you have 12 hours to pick up a game that you've never speedrun before, learn how to do the speedrun, and then do a run in 12 hours. And you kind of like post your Twitch thing on, and everybody comes and watches you. And I've done it before. I learned Pokemon Gold glitchless speedrun once, back when I was speedrunning Pokemon Red, and did it probably like 2 years ago. So, on that topic, I thought it'd be interesting because we've never really talked about speedrunning on the podcast. I wanted to ask you guys, if you were going to enter the 12-hour challenge, what would be the game that you wanted to try to just pick up and learn how to speedrun out of nowhere? Ooh. And I even have one that I would like to learn, actually. I'll answer at the end.
Oh.
So,
I don't know. Yeah, that's a hard question. Why is this such a hard question?
Like, the games that pop into my mind initially, I don't know that they count.
I mean, there are games that take like a week to speedrun.
World of Warcraft has a speedrun.
Every game can be speedrun.
Yeah. Ooh.
Like, fighting games, like Soul Calibur, do I have to go through everybody's story mode?
Yeah,
there's different categories.
Yeah, there's different categories, so there's probably,
There's probably any percent where it's like, this is the character that we have determined is the fastest to does like the most damage. And here, right. And then you just figure out the combos
against these certain people. And
yep, you can probably manipulate the AI to react in certain ways.
Yep.
That is a really hard question because, like, it's not just about a game that you've played either. It's about a game that you've never played.
Never.
No, you can. 12-hour challenge is totally a game you played before.
So it can be
just a game you never speedran before.
Oh, then
I'm guessing you've never speedrun any game.
I've never speedrun any game. No, I don't actually. Do
I will go with Dragster.
You gotta chase that 6 seconds, Mel. It could be something. It could be something easy and fast. Maybe it's a game you really enjoy.
But my honest
doesn't count.
My honest answer would probably just be Pokemon. I don't know which one I'd want the most. I mean, maybe Gold or Silver.
Yeah. I just wish RNG manipulation was never discovered.
Right.
Because now the Pokemon speedruns are all about basically getting the RNG manipulation right, and if you don't, then it's kind of hard to... I mean, if you care about being competitive and having a competitive time.
I would have to say Neo.
I haven't actually watched a speedrun of that.
I haven't
weird
seen
because I like Soulsborne speedruns a lot.
Yeah. That would be interesting to watch.
Neo would be would probably be the one because I enjoy Neo already, and that's really the only other area that I can think of that would really put me to the test would be speedrunning it at that point. And it's different because, like, unlike Dark Souls or Bloodborne, you're on stages, so you have to keep jumping into each stage and potentially finding a glitch within that stage that'll let you speed past certain things, as opposed to actually doing them.
Clip through stuff.
Yeah, like clip through things and whatnot, but it has to be done for each stage. You can't just like beat out like a big section of the actual game itself. You can only just do it on a stage.
Yeah. So. The most interesting thing about those types of speedruns, in my opinion, is that a lot of it just comes down to, well, one, can you pull off the trick if there's a trick? And two, just knowing how to beat the boss as fast as possible, which is
'cause
always
usually
fun.
you end up running by a lot of the little guys.
Yep. So it takes the best parts of the game. Like, it speeds past all the little guys, so you're never gonna really bother with. And then because you're on so low stats, you need to know the most efficient way to kill off a boss. And then in Neo's case, it would also be figuring out, like, well, what's the best weapon to choose.
What
to do
abilities
that
too?
speedrun.
Yeah, what build
skill
do
tree do you go
build for
into?
speedrunning?
Yep, exactly. So it would definitely be a little bit fun just because you would finally there's a lot of like extra little things that can be also looked at to really help figure it out. So not only do you need glitches to potentially break through parts of the stage, but you also need to know like what weapons would be the fastest, what builds with that weapon, what abilities should you be unlocking first? Because I mean, if you're not leveling up, you're really not going to be getting samurai points to unlock abilities. So you're probably going to be just going by raw skills of the weapon itself.
Let's see.
You know, one that I would possibly try to do, and actually I've thought about trying to do, is a lot of your city builder type games. And in the case of those, it's you have to speed yourself to a certain like population size and monetary size. A certain
Oh
someone
yeah,
pays.
yeah, like
So
make a
Cities
city
Skylines.
super fast. That would
Exactly.
be badass.
One that I would totally give a good try on, because at least City Skylines, I feel like it could do well. Maybe not SimCity, but yeah, that's one I would give a shot.
That would be pretty sweet.
It's fun to watch RTS speedruns like that because it's that's basically what that would remind me of, that kind of speedrun. It's all about like
Yeah.
resource management on the clock, super fast.
Wow.
So Mal, you were saying Pokemon, right?
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah, but which game?
Oh, gold. My favorite, or well, silver.
It is gold. Gold's the one you run because
Why?
because you can get Sandshrew, I think,
Ah.
early on, and he learns Cut.
Though Monster Hunter World could be fun too,
Yeah.
I'm sure
Speedrunning
there's
that
already a
story.
leaderboard for it.
right?
So
Just hunting the big monsters as quick as possible, practically.
Yeah, finding out like the best strats and weapons and stuff to take down.
Yeah, I wonder what weapon is
that
the
would be
speedrun.
that would be like a fun co-op speedrun. I always love the really weird gimmicky speedruns. Like
Yeah.
one of my favorites that happened at a GDQ was Goof Troop, I think is the name of the game, for SNES. It's basically like a weird, almost Zelda puzzle game kind of thing. And the guy played it 2 players, 1 person. He used both controllers. He just turned one of them upside down and would play with his fingers under it, but it was inverted, obviously. So, and he was having to control 2 different characters at the same time. That was awesome. The guy who played both Punch Out and Super Punch Out at the same time this year through one controller
Yes,
was
that
pretty
was
awesome.
amazing.
I like those gimmicky speedruns. I would never have the patience to learn them.
Yeah.
Wait, I need links to the Punch Out and Super Punch Out.
I'll get it to you here in a really bit.
I need to see that.
It's a really good run.
That sounds fun. And that sounds amazing.
You got that. You got like blindfolded Battletoads and stuff.
Oh yeah, they did that at they did that as well. He had to run through that speeder bike one.
Yeah, he always does the
third
speeder
Yeah.
bike level blindfolded. Yeah.
Yep,
Um,
that was pretty cool.
Mine would be the speedrun I actually really want to learn is Paper Mario, the original Paper Mario.
Oh,
Either the
I've watched the run
glitchless,
of that.
either the glitchless or the all cards category. The thing that like one, it's just you have to practice to get into speedrunning generally,
yeah.
especially
Yeah.
games with glitches. Glitches are often like fairly hard to do. If you ever watch like GQs, you'll always hear people talk about like frame perfect tricks and stuff that you have to do. And some of these games are like 60 frames per second. So you have 1/60 of a second to put in a certain input on a certain frame to do stuff. And Paper Mario, there's an all cards category where you basically beat every chapter in the game. But it has lots of glitches. And I've tried to do some of them, and they're kind of hard. It'd be something I would just have to like, but they're not like the hardest of all like speedrunning glitches by any means. Like it's a fairly easy game to learn, even with its glitches. So it'd just be something I had to sit down and do. Or I could do glitchless, but it's like another hour and a half onto the run It becomes like a 4-hour speed run, which is what Pokemon Gold used to be. It was a super long run because you had to go all the way through Johto, then through Kanto, then go beat Ash. And all of his Pokemon were like 10 levels higher than you.
Dude,
and
I
he used
remember
for
that
Alligator,
fight. That
and he had like a level
so
80
awesome.
Pikachu. And you're just sitting there using your healing and using your X items while he thunders you, and hopefully doesn't crit and kill you, and then you lose your entire speed run that was 4 hours long at the last 2 minutes of the game. Oh my god.
Jeez.
Red was the one that I ran a lot, and I got under 2 hours when the world record at the time was like 150, I believe, when it went in game time. That was a fun game too, but it basically was grind for really good Nidoran. So
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Speedrunning is awesome. It's like always my favorite stuff to watch on Twitch generally.
I do love GDQs.
Yeah, GDQs are always great. I've been watching those since like 2014.
This is the first year I've actually watched a GDQ,
Yeah.
and
They're-
most of them
they're
I'm
fun.
like most of them are like okay. That's generally my opinion, but I will say that this year's Bloodborne, good
Bloodborne
God.
was a great run.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
that
The
guy
com-
was just like a
Jesus
fiend.
Here's Toast
Oh,
was
yeah.
hilarious the whole time. That's a good
Absolutely, the
example
whole-
of when your marathon run is going really bad, like gameplay wise, but you're so good at commentary that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, there was another guy who kind of said he focused on commentary a bit more than the speed, which was the Half-Life, one of the side games,
Yeah. Did you-
Speedrun.
Did you see the Resident Evil 7 one?
The Resident Evil 7 one was really cool.
That was
to
awesome
watch.
because as carcinogen, and he was basically, they positioned the camera near his face, and every time there was a jump scare, he'd like turn his head and lunge at the camera and stuff. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I like the runners who have a bit more personality, just because sometimes I realize they take a lot of focus and stuff, but
Yeah.
yeah.
sometimes they're just nothing's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that's like hands down the pinnacle. I mean like the pinnacle of perfection, at least in my eyes, because that's always me debatable. Was the Bloodborne one, just because as you guys stated, the commentator was hilarious.
Ladders.
Like,
Ladders everywhere.
guys, we're done. No more ladders except for this one we're coming up to.
And it's like the longest ladder in the game.
Yeah.
It's like a minute
like,
long
Scott-
or something.
He's like, this I've never played Metal Gear Solid, but it's got nothing on these ladders. It was like some of the stuff that he just said, the way he said it was wonderful. And I mean, the gameplay itself was really good too. I mean, he went up to those bosses and quite literally would stagger lock them to death. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty impressive for a game that's about, hey, these bosses are going to fuck your day up for hours.
Those ring rates.
Yeah.
Beat
So,
the shit out
I
of
mean,
them.
when you've got a guy who just goes like, LOL, run up, slap, 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 dead. He's like, and we move on. I'm just like, good God, man. Mercy for them. Show them mercy, son.
Yeah. I also like that run that he did all the DLC stuff too. It was pretty awesome.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, did he do another one?
Yeah, it was all bosses.
No, that was the run.
Yeah.
Oh,
He,
okay.
Yeah.
he included all the DLC. So
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Okay, yeah, I was cool to see him like see all the DLC and whatnot. The whole run was really cool, and the fact that he even went out of his way to get like the true ending as well while he was
Yeah.
doing it.
Well, yeah, you have to get the last boss.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, you'd be right. Yeah.
So, yep. I love speedrunning. It's great. It's fun to watch them. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. This has been episode 41 of Podcast of Five Rings, your source of enlightenment in the realm of video games, tabletop, anime, film, and tech. Each episode of Podcast of Five Rings releases Monday mornings on iTunes and SoundCloud, and topic by topic, day by day on YouTube, with the full video releasing on Friday. Check us out on Twitter, Podcast5R, Facebook, P5R Podcast. Check out Meta and Lily streaming. You guys streamed Monster Hunter yet?
Yeah, we streamed on last Saturday, and then just yesterday we streamed.
I'm sure you're going to stream some more of it. So check them out. Twitch.tv/PSOFlow. I got through the outro without messing up. I did it.
So far,
I don't have to commit Sudoku anymore, do I?
yes.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, good. I don't want to do puzzles all night. I got other business to take care of.
Other business.
All right, until next week, guys. Take it easy. We'll see you then.
Later.